Imagine Hollywood in the 1952nd, a glittering world of fame and fortune, but also one of secrets, fear, and strict moral codes. Recently, a sensational claim surfaced that Jeffrey Hunter, the star of The Searchers and King of Kings, once revealed the names of famous gay actors he secretly dated. It's a headline designed to shock, but is it true? Today, we dive into Hunter's real story, the environment that shaped him, and the reality behind the rumor. Born Henry Herman McKinnies Jr. on the 25th of November, 1926, in New Orleans, Hunter grew up in Milwaukee with a passion for the arts. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, he studied theater at Northwestern University and UCLA. By 1950, Hunter's striking looks and magnetic presence caught the attention of 20th Century Fox. He quickly landed roles that made him one of Hollywood's brightest young stars. His breakout role came in John Ford's The Searchers in 1956, where he held his own alongside John Wayne. In 1961, he portrayed Jesus in King of Kings, a role that cemented his place in cinematic history. But Hunter's career was more than biblical epics and westerns. He explored science fiction too, famously playing Captain Christopher Pike in the original Star Trek pilot. Off-screen, Hunter married 3 times and had children. Despite the glamorous image, his life was far from perfect. By the late 1962nd, he struggled to break free from typecasting and sought to revive his career with international projects. Tragically, an on-set explosion in Spain left him with severe head injuries. Months later, in 1969, he died unexpectedly at just 42 years old. To understand why today's rumor resonates, we have to revisit 1952nd Hollywood. It was a time when being openly gay could destroy a career overnight. Studios often controlled their stars' public images, arranging fake relationships and hiding anything that might seem scandalous. Actors like Rock Hudson, Tab Hunter, and Anthony Perkins lived double lives. Studio executives demanded a facade of heterosexuality, while privately, many endured fear and secrecy. It was an era of whispered parties, hidden romances, and careers built on carefully managed illusions. Tab Hunter and Anthony Perkins were 2 of the era's biggest heartthrobs. Behind the scenes, they shared a relationship that had to remain hidden. Tab Hunter confirmed this decades later in his memoir Tab Hunter Confidential. The 2 met in the 1952nd and bonded over shared frustrations about typecasting and the fear of exposure. Their relationship ended partly due to pressure from Perkins's agent, who believed Perkins would get more desirable roles if he distanced himself. Perkins would later go on to fame with Psycho, but always under the heavy burden of secrecy. This part of Hollywood history is real, documented, and powerful. It highlights just how deeply the studio system controlled every aspect of a star's life. The recent viral claim suggests Jeffrey Hunter personally named Tab Hunter, Anthony Perkins, and Sal Mineo as secret partners. But here's the problem. There's no evidence whatsoever that Hunter said any of this. No interviews, biographies, or credible sources mention these relationships. In fact, the story seems to have originated in a speculative online post, not in any historical record. So why has this rumor gained traction? For one, Hunter's last name makes it easy to confuse him with Tab Hunter. Combine that with Hollywood's history of secrecy, and it becomes fertile ground for sensational stories. Hollywood rumors thrive because they play into our fascination with the untold. The reality is that closeted relationships were common, but proof is scarce. That lack of documentation creates room for speculation and sometimes outright fabrication. The names Anthony Perkins and Tab Hunter are compelling, and tying Jeffrey Hunter to them makes for a scandalous headline. But the truth is more complicated. While Jeffrey Hunter did have 3 marriages, there's no indication he lived a double life like Tab Hunter or Perkins. The 2 Hunters weren't related, and there's no evidence they were romantically involved. What is verifiable? Tab Hunter and Anthony Perkins had a secret relationship. Sal Mineo, another talented actor of the era, also struggled with being openly bisexual. These are facts supported by interviews and memoirs. But Jeffrey Hunter's name has never surfaced in credible accounts of their lives. The rest is rumor, a reminder that sensational headlines don't always equal truth. Jeffrey Hunter's story doesn't need fabrication to be compelling. He was a gifted actor whose career spanned westerns, epics, and sci-fi, who tragically died before his time. As for the viral claim, the evidence simply isn't there. Stories like this remind us how easily misinformation spreads, especially when it feeds into Hollywood's legacy of secrecy. What do you think? Should these unverified stories be told at all, or should we stick to the facts even when the truth isn't as dramatic? Let us know in the comments, and if you love uncovering the real history of Hollywood, be sure to subscribe for more untold stories of the stars.